Alright guys, welcome back to another BQE video. So you remember in the last episode, I was like, these lifters are done, engine failure, catastrophic. The other day, I was like, man, maybe I can work with them. So I kept on like plunging the plunger and seeing if it was gonna work, And I was like, man, nothing's working. So I didn't look this up at all. It's on YouTube for like older lifters that have already been used and in motor for hundreds of thousands of miles and just seized up. But nothing on YouTube about brand new lifters failing. So what I did was I took it apart and cleaned it, and they're like brand new. So the things you're gonna need is something to plunge it down with. I was gonna use that, but that's real slippery and I need something to grip down on so I can use the pick to get the get that little gold, if you can see it, that little gold spring out. And today's gonna be a tutorial on how to do that. So stay tuned, get some popcorn, and we're gonna get right to it. All right guys, so as you can see here, I already got most of the most of the lifter torn apart, well, the whole thing actually. So once you get the whole thing torn apart, I think I'll post like a little close-up video on how to do it. But there's this little like metal washer that goes on the inside, that goes there, and then this little thingamajigger right here goes on top. And then what you need to do is compress the spring that's inside and then put that lock clip on. Do not lose these, and be very careful when you pull them out, because you can bend them because they're really fragile. So once you got that all taken apart, you want to take that little metal washer back out. You might have to tap on it a few times. There we go, right there. And I've seen guys use carburetor cleaner, but I'm gonna use just some normal old brake clean. And on the inside, it's like, I don't know if you guys can see that. On the inside, come on, focus. Oh my God. I'll post a picture up on the screen. But on the inside, there's like a little teeny, another spring on the inside. So you wanna spray that with the brake cleaner. Be very careful, you don't wanna get it in your eyes. And you're just gonna wanna work it in and out to get all that, to get that spring cleaned up. Like, I don't know what was in there to cause this thing to clog up, but ever since I took it apart and started to clean it, it's money. I don't know what's in there, but as many times as you need to do it, repeat the process. Just be very careful on spraying it, because brake cleaner on your skin, like around your face area, definitely burns. So we're gonna, what just happened? Okay, all right, nothing happened. So we're gonna start the time lapse. I'm gonna get to cleaning the other freaking 14 of these. Hopefully nothing happens. Pray for me. Taking the spring out, which you can take the spring out with one hand. But what I didn't talk about, look at all that movement. Now the spring bottom out. See, this is the good one. Now the spring bottoms out how it's supposed to. But what I didn't talk about was putting it back together. I don't recommend putting these in a vise because it might mess them up and squeeze them and break them and stuff like that. So what I did was I just put a screwdriver on, held it with my chest, put my chest down, put pressure down on it, and put the pin in. The pin is super simple to put in. Yeah, you can definitely do this with one person. If you had to, that'd be dope. But you know, here at Backyard Builds, we do things on our lonely. We're gonna get back to it. We got 14 more to go. It's gonna take me a while. Yeah, let's get to it. You know, this is gonna take you a lot longer than I anticipated, because some of them are stubborn. Because you'll take it apart and you hear like a, oh, let me get one to show you. So when you clean it, right, you're gonna take the spring out, do all that. and you put it back together and you don't hear nothing. But what you're supposed to hear is the plunger kind of sort of like bottoming out, you know what I'm saying? So that's what you're gonna want to hear on all of them. I'm no expert by at all means, but like I said, it's working. They're plunging. Before I even did anything, they were solid, like would not move at all. We still got a lot more to go. I'm on the 4th one now. I'm gonna hit you guys back up once I get almost done with them and show you guys the results. Alright guys, so there's one thing that I really wanted to show you. So you already know once you take that out, you have that metal little washer thing. Oh, it went over there. Also, this thing on the inside. Okay, so what I did was that little ball I was trying to show you right there, that's where the spring is. So if you put, excuse me, hold on. Oh man, allergies. So if you put this down up in there, spray it. You see that? Hold on. That right there will come out, and then out will come the spring for the lifter. And you see there's nothing else in there. So what I did was I literally just took it and done a few of these babies, put it back in there. Hold on. I put it back in there and perfect. So yeah, we're learning as we go, guys. I'm gonna try to show you guys everything that I learned. That's pretty much it, but we're gonna get back to it. We got a lot more to do. I just thought I'd show you guys the little trait that I saw. I did forget to mention, if you take your lifter apart and you got it, oh, these are burning hot. All right, I'm gonna try not to lose the spring. So if you take the lifter apart and you look at it, and I don't know what made me think about it, but this one I fixed. If you look, oh my God. If you look right here, right? So if you look right there, there's a hole. That's for oil. You picking up what I'm putting down? On the inside, there's a hole for the, Jesus, man, focus, please, phone. There's a hole on the inside of, it's not gonna come out now, and I don't wanna take it out. But that thing that I showed you guys, there's a hole on it. And you have to make sure that the hole on the inside is lined up with the hole on the outside. If not, they're gonna freeze up, they're gonna seize up. It's probably gonna take them a while, but that's an oil squirter right there. So, pro tip, I'm not professional. I just have common sense, put two and two together. They might work, they might not work. I really think they are. But just make sure, if they're not together, put them apart, or you're gonna have to take all your lifters apart like I'm doing. So far, I'm on number 5, and I still have all of those to take apart, but at least I learned my lesson early on and not after I finished all of them. So I'm gonna get back to fixing these, making sure all the oil holes lined up, and I'm gonna get back to it, man. So I'm on my last lifter now. It's getting the process of it easy. You know, I guess I had to do it like 4 or 5 times just to get a swing of it. But what I do is I just go ahead and check it. So once this little part of the lifter fills up with a little bit of oil, even has a little oil in it, you're not gonna hear that clink sound that on the empty lifters have. That's because it already has lubrication on the inside and the volume of the cylinder with the oil in it and stuff like that. But I'm gonna go ahead and take this out and clean it anyway, just be on the safe side. So that way, once I put them all back in the oil, they all will have like an equal amount of time sitting in the oil bath, or whatever you want to call that thing. So you take the clip out, again, this little teeny clip. You might need to get like a screwdriver, push down on it, wiggle that clip out, shake those two things out, take your brake clean, put it in that little plunger hole. You should have something like that. Take that baby out. Take that baby out. Take the spring out. Clean the inside out a little bit. It might be a little hard for you to get down up in there, but you should be able to clean it out just a little bit. For some reason, it's like these lifters look like they've been used, and I can assure you these are brand new. The only reason why I say that is because it looks like it has like heat marks. I don't know. I just know that they're plunging now. They're doing good now. And shouldn't nothing be wrong with them once I finish putting it back together. Now, I did look one thing up. I'm not sure if the holes are supposed to line up. I just freaked out and thought they were supposed to line up. But I'm gonna do some research. It's not hard taking them back out now since they're like all dried up and I know the process. So I'm gonna do some more research and see if these holes are supposed to be lined up. I mean, if they are, good catch on me. And if they're not, I'm sorry. I informed you guys on the wrong information. But like I said, I am not a professional at all. This is 100% backyard build stuff. Just a 23-year-old and a dream, you know what I'm saying? But it's that simple. And now your lifter is now nice and clean and assembled. But that's it for today's video. Guys, I'm beyond tired. I'm hot. I need some water. But like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for when we put these lifters back in, I was about to say Project X. When we put it back in the brown truck. And see you in the next one. Well, I'm tired. I'm beyond tired. Oh my God.